tonight! Hey, tonight! Tonight! What's that? Here we go! Turbo set! That. Tonight. What's that? Here goes tonight. Turbo set. What's that? Here goes tonight. Like that. Tonight. What's that? Tonight. What's that? Tonight. 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 Turbo set. Here goes tonight. What's that? Tonight. What's that? Here we go. What's that? That. What's that? Tonight. What's that? Here we go tonight. What's that? Here goes tonight. What's that? Tonight. What's that? What's that? That. Turbo set. That. Turbo set.
It's Week 11 of the NFL, and all eyes are on Jared Goff. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Rams and the Hawks, next on EA Sports.
The Santa Ana wind so prevalent this time of year, they rolled through and they left us with bright, clear skies here in Los Angeles, California. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Rams team as they enter play. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Russell Wilson leads out the Seattle Seahawks offense. The veteran Wilson, a third-round pick back in 2012.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. You talk about this Rams defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
And the mantra of this unit, get to the football. Fly to the ball carrier. And you know how you can tell that they do it really well? At the end of each play, when you click off the frame, count the number of guys that are around the ball carrier. It's always 7, 8, 9 guys. They get to them each and every.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, anytime you sack Russell Wilson, that's a win for the defense. But to get him here on his opening drive of the ball game, that's a really big win for that defense.
And the goal every week, keep him in the pocket. Don't let him get to the perimeter, because when he's in the open field, not only can he hurt you, but also you lose sight of receivers downfield, and they'll hurt you with big plays.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. The Rams taking the field and leading the way, the man from Cal, the former #1 overall pick, Jared Goff.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that, because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. Under pressure, and down he goes. Darrell Taylor make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Back to throw, Goff. Under pressure, they got him again. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So the Rams call on Johnny Hecker here to punt it away on 4th down. Fielded at the 33. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. In trouble, and he's taken down. Aaron Donald showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now it's Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week. And in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
27 yards there, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Reynolds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. From the 50, it's Goff. And that went to the right side and incomplete. You talk about this Seahawks defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, Goff. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down. Goff now to throw. Open man is Atwell, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Goff now looks to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
And he is going to have the Rams first down. Good work there on 4th and 1. They get 7 to move the chains. They try the left side here with Williams. Powering forward. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. They run it again with Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. Goff on 3rd down. That is caught. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Kyron Williams with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams are on the board first here this afternoon.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Zuerlein good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Wilson. And complete to Smith-Njigba. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On second down, it's Walker. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And some nice running going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams' 13-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. The Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing is Wilson. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Aaron Donald, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. That's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. That's complete to Skoranek out left. So nothing doing there, and it'll be second down. And the Rams at 5-4 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Now Goff. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it.
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way to the 37-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
The Rams ready to go on offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Play action supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Walker. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Pass complete there to Nakua. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here comes 3rd down and 7. From the gun, here's Goff. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On is the punter Hecker as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Got his man. It's Bo Melton. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now a 2nd and 2. Up the middle, here's Walker. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Here's 3rd and 6. Now Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. On 1st down, Goff. A little short pass. This is Everett. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Goff now looking to throw. And he'll find Everett there, complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. Goff. A little short pass. This is Everett. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another
situations. But a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Goff. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
From the red zone now, Goff gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up 2nd down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Open is Reynolds. He's got it. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to extend their lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And he'll wind up picking up about 4, as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, Wilson. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 32-yard line. Wilson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Here's Wilson to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Taking it about the 16.
Here's Kyron Williams running out for another possession.
He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Goff.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
2nd and 10, Goff again. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Reynolds. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
Goff throwing again.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. Now a first down throw. Goff.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
And he missed it. It's no good. And the lead will stay put at 17.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And this one too low.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Now Goff.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now Goff on first down. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Throwing again is Goff. He'll dump this off to Akers. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Boye Mafe gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3-score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. He completes this to Walker. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Play action. It's Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Outright to Smith and Jigba. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2nd down and 3. Again, Wilson. Short throw to Disley. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Wilson's this throw finds Smith and Jigba. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete here. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. That is caught, and he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
A Seahawk first down as Wilson finds Lockett.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Wilson.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
So on 4th down, Pete Carroll's going to call out his field goal unit. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Goff now looks to throw.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there was no way that ball was going to be caught.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench, not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
23 yards, the final tally.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Now Wilson on 1st down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that's going to bring up second down. Up the middle, it's Williams. Shoves him aside, and he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Holding offense. Unbelievable.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
To throw is Goff. That's into the hands of Reynolds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff.
Pass complete there to Nakua.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
This 2nd and 4.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter.
The throw over the middle taken in.
These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. From the red zone now, Goff. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Out left, he's got it to Everett. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
They'll find Everett there, complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Now it's Zerline to try the Ram field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. His throw incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Hauled in on the out route by Melton. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. The offense on 3rd down, they've had a lot of chances but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 7. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Wilson. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. To throw is Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Now Wilson. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Hand off here to Walker. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Darian Kendrick. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. He'll look to Williams to begin things. Takes it to about the 37.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu. I'll tell you that much for free. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's out right at the 25. 14 yards that time for number 14. Again, Wilson.
He finds Smith and Jigba.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed a push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Williams. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Well, just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, and they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
Zerline good with a PAT, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Ernest Jones in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Take it at the 37. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They begin the drive with Williams. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
They'll fake the jet sweep and instead give up the middle to Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't...
Ready, ready. Let's go. Set, hut. Set, ready. Set. Hut. On the set. Hut, hut. Here we go, set. Hut. Ready. Ready. Down. Set. Set. Hut. Here we go. Ready, go. Here we go. Here we go. Hut. Go. Set. Hut. 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 Come on. Set. Ready. 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 Let's go. Set. Ready, break. Set, go. Set, ready. Ready. Let's go now. Set, hut. Ready, ready. Ready. Here we go, set. Hut, hut. Ready. Ready, ready. On the double. Set. Down. Ready, go. Okay, break. Set, hut. Set. Hut, go. we go. Hut. Here we go. Here we go. Ready? Got it. Set. Go. Shut up! Come on, set! Set! Here we go, set! Here we go, here we go! Set! Ready! Let's go!
It's Week 11 of the NFL. And coming up, we'll see Justin Jefferson, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the Vikings and the Broncos on Sunday night.
Thank you. On a cold night at the foot of the Rockies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they come in just in an absolute freefall, losers of 7 in a row.
And this is where you turn to your best players and look at them and say, can you guide us out of this? We've got to be better than what we've shown.
And off we go from Denver. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Leading them out from Texas A&M at quarterback, Kellen Mond.
And when Kellen Mond left College Station, he held most of Texas A&M's passing records, total yards, passing yards, touchdowns, you name it. And then he went to the NFL draft in 2021 on the heels of being the 2021 Senior Bowl MVP, and the Vikings took him in the 3rd round that year. NFL arm strength at his best when he loosens up in the pocket and lets his talents flow.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question, because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Now Mond. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 42. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Here's Madison running on first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know,
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Drew Sanders. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 33. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Here comes the Bronco offense with Drew Lock from Missouri in charge.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Lock going to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
To throw it is Lock. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. The Broncos come in with 2 wins on the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Lock. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Broncos. Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bullying his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. That time a 6-play drive, and it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Back to the air, Mond. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Here's Locke. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Jalen Holmes forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
I was waiting for them to get there first because the momentum they carry from last week, unbelievable. They had a snowman, 8 sacks.
You were surprised that it took this long, and this isn't that long, truthfully. But here's the thing. If you've seen that on tape, your offensive line is going to have to ask for help. Tight end has to stay in. If you use a fullback, keep him in. Make sure you have extra people to try and keep your quarterback upright. Didn't work on that play.
An unlucky number here, a loss of 13 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep is the very dangerous Mike Hughes. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And taken right at the 35. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Here's Mond.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Trying to find Jordan Addison that time.
And it's 3rd down.
But you look at this Bronco defense.
They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. Now a first down carry. It's Williams as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Got his man. It's Dulcich.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on second and third.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. And he's had his struggles here early with a couple of interceptions as he'll try to refocus with a 1st and 10 to start this drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a first down.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
7 yards there and a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On second down, this is Madison. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Going to run with Madison again. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You look at this Bronco defense.
Yeah, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. 3rd down and 6. As they've got it as we resume action. 3rd down from the gun, it's Mond. That is caught. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Mond looks to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Draymond Jones drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Denver's offense ready to go again. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Javonte Williams. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Javonte Williams. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
And here on 3rd down, your number one goal, don't be a hero, just get the 1st down. But here, once he gets past the line of scrimmage, the field opens up for him. And he's able to take it right up the gut and into the end zone.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown. And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They go play action here. Mon. A quick throw there is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mon going to throw it. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
The offense getting set again. We spotlight Javonte Williams, the running back. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Javonte Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the 1st half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again,
and again.
And again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. 1 play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Drew Sanders. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Javonte Williams and the rest of the Bronco offense back out onto the field.
Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? Second quarter, and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play. But sometimes it's okay to dream big because
I'm focusing on the fourth quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him and, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes for him to run through.
Yeah, they've all been good so far.
Williams, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Williams again.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
Javonte Williams
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Broncos continue to pull away here in this first half.
This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for it. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon.
And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it.
And now out comes Minnesota.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
2nd and 10, Mon. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. They'll go Madison up the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard. Off the play fake, Mon.
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Von Miller, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132.5. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Mond out of the shotgun.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Powers through. A punt of 46, a return of 5.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And coming out now, the Broncos.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Up the middle, it's Williams. Breaks through the contact. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Boy, 179 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. A give to Williams, running right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos extend their lead yet again. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. This was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by
Great, set. Don't touch it. Great, set. Great, set. Don't touch it. Great, set. Don't touch it. Great, set. Don't touch it. Don't touch it! Don't... Don't touch it! Don't touch it! Great, set! Don't touch it! Don't touch it! Don't touch it! Don't touch it! great, set. No touchdown. Great, set. No touchdown. Great, set. No touchdown. No touchdown. No touchdown. No touchdown. Great, set. No touchdown. No touchdown. Great, set. No touchdown. No touchdown. No touchdown. No touchdown. No touchdown. Great, set. No touchdown. No touchdown. No touchdown. Great, set. No touchdown. Great, set. No touchdown. Great, set. No touchdown. No touchdown. Right side! Wide right! Right side! Fire down these two, fire down these two! Right side! Yellow! Right side! Side! Yellow, yellow! Right side! Yellow! Right side! Yellow! Right side! Wide right! Right side! Yellow! Right side! Yellow! Side! Wide right! Right side! Fire down these two, fire down these two! Right side! Right side! Yellow! Right side! Yellow, yellow! Right side! Yellow! Right side! Yellow! Right side! Wide right! Right side! Yellow! Right side! Right side! Yellow! Right side! Wide right! Right side! Right side! Fire down these two, fire down these two! Right side! Yellow! Right side! Side! Yellow! Side! Right! Side!
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Up next, we'll get a look at Patrick Mahomes. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Chiefs and the Eagles on Monday Night Prime Time.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Straight ahead, a rematch from Super Bowl 57, as it'll be the defending NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago.
Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And we already knew that Hurts was a good quarterback. But last year, he moved to elite status. Under his guidance, the Eagles returned to the Super Bowl and nearly won it. And he's also one of the league's most dangerous players, thrown for 38 touchdowns his last 2 seasons and run for another 23.
Tano Passanio busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Now Hurts going to keep it running left.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38.
The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the 1st down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be...
Touchdown! Dallas Goedert, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Eagles are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City.
You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Here's Mecole Hardman, fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here come the defending champs, led out by the reigning MVP of the National Football League, a 2-time winner now in Patrick Mahomes.
So no advantage in this game for either quarterback in terms of coming off that open week, huh?
Yeah, they both had buys.
Both had them, so you got to figure both of them went back, watched some extra tape, polished up their game, checked out their fundamentals, but they also have both had an extra week to prepare for each other's defenses. This could be a whole lot of fun.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Now Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Here comes Rager.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Play action. Here's Hurts. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. 2nd and 6. Throwing is Hurts. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
This guy's proven himself to be one of the best in the NFL. He brings an added dimension to their offense with his ability to read defenses and know when he's able to pull it down and take off and go.
Mostert is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
And as a defensive coordinator, you're almost in a no-win situation down here near the goal line. You know how dangerous Jalen Hurts is when he holds on to it. You've got to be prepared to stay with him. So when he hands it off, if you're slow in reacting, this is going to be the result.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This is 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he completes it to Hunt. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Jalen Carter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, partners, the first quarter, too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack
That disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Santos' kick is up and through. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now a 3rd and 6. They're going to look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So the completion there, and CD, as we know, trying to defend against an NFL quarterback, that's one thing. Trying to defend against a mobile NFL quarterback, that's quite another. What's the plan here defensively?
Well, the pass rush has to still try and get to him, and especially the guys on the edge, but they're going to go maybe a count slower, right?
Mostert hit, and he drops the ball. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a 1st down on the keeper. A handoff running left is Mostert. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. He stiff arms him. Escapes the defender. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Philadelphia picking up the 1st on a gain of 15. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
They'll look to throw. He'll hit Mostert again here. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Here's Mostert. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. After that play, we're going to get a pause here, an injured player, and that's the tight end, Zach Ertz, in some discomfort. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. 2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Eagles add 6 to their lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Now for the point after. And it's 21-3. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. And just shutting him off there. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Mahomes now to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Mostert off the read option. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 58 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here's 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he's in. Front Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Eagles are able to add on to their first half lead. The quarterback run has eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with impunity. He's not worried about his body. He's not worried about sliding. He's not worried about protecting himself. He's worried about getting yardage. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got to start figuring out what these blocking schemes are and finding ways to defeat them.
McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. KC's offense ready to take over. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Now Mahomes gives to Hunt, and they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Out route to Hill, complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Now here's Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Open man downfield is Hill. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 46 yards. And the Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Speedster Raheem Mostert and the rest of this offense out to start the drive. It may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it?
Hurts fumbles it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18. That one goes for 24 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Hurts. And he's got his big tight end here. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And his kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs ready to go again. He found Tyreek Hill with a touchdown pass on the previous drive, and they start here 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Mahomes going to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2nd and 5. Hurts sets up to throw it. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Hurts throw complete to Rager. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 44-yard line. Throwing is Hurts. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That is caught, and he is going to have an Eagles first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. It's caught by Aguilar. And they are going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's Hurts to throw. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue. But all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Mahomes now to throw. That's laid out deep for Rice. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Rashee Rice, 49 yards. And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And here's Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Reagor. He's going to bring this one out, powering his way forward. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Play action. Here's Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They run with Mostert off the option. Oh, nice move. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 78 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Second down. Here's Mostert again. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Third down and 1. They'll try and run here with Mostert. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This complete left side to Aguilar. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. From the 38 now. Here's 2nd down and 2. They'll set up to throw. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's Hurts. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. They'll set up a throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up first and goal. They go play action with Hurts. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here, because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way, as we saw there.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Now it's Mahomes again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Chiefs get a bit closer. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
Mahomes will throw for it. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a one-score deficit. And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a one-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play, because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Stiff-armed him. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
Hardman on the return. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at about the 32. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Mahomes going to throw. Swings this out for Hunt. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And again, it's Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs have come back to make it a 2-point game. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and throw for it. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. 51 yards on the punt there. And they will take over 1st and 10. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And this returnable for Rager. 43 yards on the punt. 7-yard return. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 2nd down and 3. Play action. Here's Hurts. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That goes for a gain of 31. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000 is a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
A run with Mostert up the middle. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 91 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Now Hurts on the option right. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. It'll be Hurts on the option. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Hurts going to keep it again. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. They'll run with Mostert. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
And I don't think there should be much of a discussion here, but you know how I am. You kick the football, you take the lead. How bold do you want to be in this situation, though?
And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Now he dumps this off over the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On first down, Mahomes. It's Hill, complete.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Mahomes now to throw. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Santos' kick is up and through. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Here's Hardman to return. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Catch is made by Hardman. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They come up now on 2nd and 2. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. From the gun, it's Hurts. Open man has got it, the tight end. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. Once again, it's Mostert. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Holding offense.
So the road a little tougher here. Now 1st and 20. Now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Mostert. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Well, I guess at the very least they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming.
This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end.